Hello everyone! Welcome po ulit kayo sa ating video tutorial dito po sa ating MathEasy channel. If you haven't subscribed, I encourage you to click subscribe and click the notification bell para po updated tayo sa mga susunod pang mga videos. In today's video, we are going to talk about addition and subtraction of rational numbers. This will be the first part of our lesson on operations on rational numbers. Okay, so without further ado, let's begin. In our objective, we will perform operations on rational numbers, specifically addition and subtraction. So una sa lahat, i-review po muna natin yung ating rational number basing from the root word ratio. Okay, rational numbers is any number that can be expressed as a fraction where P is over Q, no? They are all integers and Q is not zero. Rational numbers include whole numbers, fractions, and decimals that either terminate or repeat. Okay? Ano yung mga examples natin? We have the whole numbers, we have the positive fractions, we have the terminating decimals, and then we have the repeating decimals. Okay? So again, this can be expressed as a ratio of two whole numbers. Okay? Yun po ang ating rational numbers. Now we have here the categories, types of our rational numbers. All of these are considered rational numbers. Okay? Huwag po tayong magkakamali at isipin nating ang rational numbers ay fraction lamang. No. This is just one representation of rational numbers. Now, except for non-terminating and non-repeating decimal. Now, all these are all discussed in our previous lessons before. So, if you haven't seen this, you can go back to our previous lessons on the introduction of rational numbers. Okay? So let us now start our discussion on adding and subtracting rational numbers. Let's have the first example. We have here 5 over 12 and then 1 over 12. If we are going to add these two fractions, what will be the answer? So take note of the denominator. Ano pong napapansin natin sa mga denominators natin? Okay, yes, parehas po sila. Ano po ang tawag natin sa ganitong klaseng fraction? Okay, correct. These are called similar fractions. Now, we have a rule when it comes to similar fractions. Tatlo po ang kailangan nating tandaan. The first one is to add or subtract the numerators. Yung mga nandito po sa taas natin, we have 5 and then 1. All you have to do is add. So, we will have 6. And then, what will we do with the denominator? Keep or copy the denominator. Okay, ganun lang po. So, we have 6 over 12. Now, take a look at the answer. If this is not yet simplified, we have to simplify. Okay? So, pwede pa po bang masimplify ang 6 over 12? Okay, the answer is yes. How do we simplify this? First, let's take a look at the numerator and denominator. Ano po ang number na pwede nating i-divide sa dalawa? Okay? So, we have a common factor which is 6. We can divide both of the numerator and the denominator by 6. We can have 1 over 2, okay, or 1/2. Ganun po ang pag-simplify ng fraction. Let's have another example. We have number 2, 11 over 15 minus 7 over 15. Okay? Now, again, they are similar fractions. So, all you have to do is to copy yung kanilang denominator and then perform the operation sa numerator. Kung subtraction po, subtract. Kung addition, add. So, we have 11 minus 7, we will get 4. Just copy the denominator, 15. Now, can we still simplify this? Meron po bang number na pwede mong i-divide sa numerator and at the same time sa denominator except for 1 or itself? So, we have none. So, yun na po yung final answer natin. Ito pong 4 over 15. Now, let's proceed sa next example po natin. We have here example number 3, 2/5 or 2 over 5 plus 1/2 or 1 over 2. Now, this time, hindi na po sila similar fractions. Magkaiba na po yung denominator. So, ano pong tawag natin sa ganitong fractions? Okay, yes, correct. These are called dissimilar fractions. Now, dissimilar fractions, in adding or subtracting, we have to first find the least common denominator or yung LCD po na tinatawag natin, no? So, what will be the least common denominator of our fractions? So first, para makuha natin ang LCD, dapat malaman natin yung tinatawag nating LCM. Okay, ano po ang LCM? Least Common Multiple. So ano po yung least common multiple ng dalawang to? First, let's have 5. Ano po ang least common multiples ng 5? Let's go to the multiples of 5. Ano po yung multiples niya? We have 5. Okay, 5 times 1, 5, 5 times 2, 10, 5 times 3, 15, and then 5 times 4, 20, and so on. Okay, next one, 2. We have 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on. Now, kung na-reach na po natin yung point kung saan meron po tayong makikitang common sa dalawang number, sa dalawang multiples nila, then we can now stop. So, ano po yung common sa kanila? Yes, it is 10. Okay, ito na po yung tinatawag nating LCM or least common multiple. Ibig sabihin yung pinakamababang multiple because there are more common multiples along the way. Like for example, yung 20, magkakaroon din tayo ng 20 dito sa baba. But we are going to get or identify the least. Now, itong list na ito na po yung magiging LCD or yung least common denominator nung dalawang fraction, which is 5 and 2. So, what will we have in the numerators? Paano po natin i-fill in yung numerators dito? We have a step to get 4. Ano pong ginawa natin to get 4? We just divided 10, the LCD, by the first denominator and then multiply it by the first numerator. So, I repeat, 10 divided by 5 times 2. Okay? That's why we got 4. Okay, next one. How about dito sa second numerator? Paano po ito? Alright, we get 5. How did we get 5? 10 divided by 2. Okay, times 1, we will get 5. So again, 10 divided by 2 is 5. Times 1 is 5. Okay, that's how you get the numerator. Okay, now let's now add since we have here similar fractions already. 10 po ang ating denominator at ang ating numerator is 4 plus 5. We get 9 over 10. Now, if you're going to ask me, are there other methods that we can use to add and subtract fractions? Meron po, may mga shortcut method po tayo. Like for example, yung butterfly method. If you are familiar with butterfly method, multiplying the numerator to denominator, denominator to numerator, and then lastly po, i-multiply lang natin tong 5, yung dalawang denominator natin. Yes, we can use those as a shortcut method, pero make sure lang po na alam natin itong fundamentals. Kaya in my class, I would prefer teaching this first, yung atin pong LCD method, so that it would be applicable sa lahat po ng cases. Kasi kapag gumamit po tayo ng shortcut, not all the time po ay magagamit natin, especially for a more complicated situations or cases. Kaya mas maganda kung stick lang po tayo doon sa mga fundamentals po ng ating mathematics. Also, we can even multiply these two denominators, 5 and 2, to get the LCD. Pero it will not work all the time. Okay? Hindi po siya nag-work sa lahat ng pagkakataon. Kaya it would be better to stick dito po sa ating LCD. Now, let's go over to the next example. Okay, now let's go to number 4. Here, we are still dealing with the same dissimilar kind of fraction. We have here 5 over 9 plus 1 over 3. Now, the first thing to do is, again, just like the first one, we get the least common denominator. In this case, another approach that we can have instead of getting the least common multiple is tignan muna natin yung dalawang denominator. Is it possible that we can use one of these para maging yung na yung LCD? Okay, for example, yung 9 natin dito, baka pwedeng gawin din natin si 3 na 9. Can we think of a number where we can multiply 3 with para maging 9 din siya? Okay, correct. We can have 3 times 3 para maging 9. Therefore, we have the LCD which is 9. Okay? Parehas na po yung kanilang denominator. So, we just copied the denominator of the first fraction. Therefore, kopyahin lang po natin yung numerator niya, which is 5. Now here, yung 3, ginawa po nating 9 by multiplying 3 by 3. Therefore, we also multiply the numerator by the same number, which is 3. So, 1 times 3 is also 3. Therefore, add lang po natin yung numerator natin, which is 5 plus 3. We will get 8. And then, copy lang po natin yung denominator, which is 9. Therefore, we have 8 over 9. Now, let's go to number 5. Parehas din po, dissimilar fractions. So, we will just get the LCD of these two denominator, 2 and 3. Now, pwede ba ang gamitin natin yung isa sa kanila? I think hindi po pwede. So, all we have to do is to find the least common multiple. Okay? Which is, ano po yung multiples ni 2 na parehas din sa multiple ni 3? At yung pinakamababa, we can have 6. Okay? Remember, we can multiply 2 by 3 to get 6, and we can multiply 3 by 2 to get 6. Therefore, LCD is 6. So again, 6 divided by 2, we get 3 times 5, we get 15. I repeat, 3 divided by 2 is, 6 divided by 2, is 3 times 5 is 15. 6 divided by 3 is 2 times 4, we get 8. All right. Now we can now subtract the 2. We get 15 minus 8. We have 7, and then copy the denominator, which is 6. Okay, we have an improper fraction. Pero simplified na po ba siya? Yes. Okay. So kahit po siya ay improper fraction, mas malaki yung numerator kaysa sa denominator. As long as this is already simplified, yan na po yung final answer natin. Okay, now let's proceed to number 6. Here we have adding and subtracting rational number in a mixed fraction or mixed number form. So we have 1 and 4/5 plus 3 and 1/5. Okay? Ano po yung step natin dito? This time, our first method, meron po tayong dalawang method na ituturo ko ngayon. So first method is convert it to improper fraction first. Okay, yun muna ang una nating gagawin. Pag na-convert na natin into an improper fraction, we can now follow the same steps na ginawa natin kanina. Okay, so first, let's now convert this to improper fraction. How? Paano po? First thing is to copy the denominator, which is 5. Now, 5, i-multiply mo siya kay 1. Okay, so 5 times 1, we get 5. Next is, you just add 4. Okay, ganun po ha. So, 5 times 1, we get 5 plus 4, we got 9. Ganun din po dito sa kabila. So, let's see. 5 times 1 plus 4, yan po yung step natin. We have here 5, ang denominator. Multiply lang natin sa 3. So, 5 times 3 plus 1, we get 16. Okay, I repeat. The process is 5 times 3 plus 1. Alright, now since parehas na po ang denominator, we can now copy the denominator and add the numerator. So 9 plus 16, we get 25 over 5. Can we still simplify this? Yes. And what kind of fraction is this? Improper fraction po siya. So, pwede nating i-divide yung ating numerator by the denominator. Okay, and is it divisible? Yes po. So we can have 5, our final answer. Now, another method that we can use in adding mixed number is this method, method number 2. This is more of an intuitive process na sa tingin ko po ay mas madali. So, first is to add or subtract yung kanyang whole number part. And then, you follow the same steps na ginawa natin pagdating sa fraction part. So, remember, a mixed number is composed of the whole number part, okay, and then the fraction part. Whole number part, fraction part. So ano po ang i-add natin muna? We can add first these two whole number and then later on i-add din natin yung mga fraction parts sa isa't isa. So first, we can actually write them into a stack form. Stacking, pwede natin gawin to, i-stack lang natin sila. The purpose of this is para lang ma-align natin yung mga i-add natin. Halimbawa, itong first part is the whole number, naka-align siya. Itong second part is yung mga fractions, naka-align din siya. So, how do we add them? So, ganun lang po. 1 plus 3, we get 4 as our whole number, and then we have here 4/5 plus 1/5. Since parehas naman po sila ng denominator, you just copy the denominator and then add the numerator, which is 4 plus 1 is 5. Now, is this the simplest form? Hindi po. Pwede pa bang masimplify ito? Yes. So, 5 divided by 5 is equal to 1. Therefore, we have 4 as a whole number. Naging whole number na po ito. So, 4 plus 1, we get 5. Okay, now number 7, we have here two mixed number with dissimilar fractions. Magkaiba na po yung kanilang denominator. So how do we do this? Okay, we can use method number 1, yung diniscuss po natin kanina. We can convert these two first into an improper fraction. So how? We get, copy the denominator 5. Next is 5 times 2 plus 3. We will get 13. Again, 5 times 2 is 10 plus 3 is 13. Next one, minus the second fraction, which is 2 yung denominator. 2 times 1, we get 2 plus 1, we get 3. Okay, I repeat, 2 times 1 plus 1, we get 3. Therefore, magiging improper na po yung dalawa. Aside from this, we need to get the LCD. Okay, yun po yung second step natin dito. Let's get the LCD. Ano po ang LCD ni 5 and 2? Okay, ano yung least common multiple nila? We have 10. Okay, now 10 divided by 5, we get 2. And then, i-multiply lang po natin sa 13, we will get 26. Next one, 10, our LCD divided by the original denominator 2, and then we will multiply to the numerator 3. So 10 divided by 2 is 5, times 3 is 15. Okay, ganun po yung pag-convert natin. Now, let's now subtract. Since parehas na po ang numerators nila, denominators nila, subtract lang natin ang numerator. We will get 11 over 10. Can we still simplify this? Hindi na po. Ito na po yung kanyang simplest form. But, can we convert it into a mixed number? Yes. Okay? Kung kailangan po nating i-convert into mixed number according sa instruction po ni teacher, okay, madali lang po. All you have to do is to divide the numerator by the denominator. So kung i-divide natin si 11 by 10, ilang 10 po ba ang kakasya kay 11? Isa. At ano po yung magiging remainder? Isa din po. So it's just 1 and 1 over 10. I repeat, 11 divided by 10 is 1. Ang remainder niya is 1. Yun po yung magiging numerator at ang magiging denominator is the same. Okay, copy lang po natin. Now, to use method number 2 in this example, ulitin ko po, i-add lang natin or i-subtract lang natin yung mga whole number parts and then you just follow the same step po sa ating mga fraction parts. Okay, so since this is subtraction, pwede nating i-stack muna siya and then we will get the difference of these two. Pero, paano po pag magkaiba yung kanilang denominator? Okay, just like before, all you have to do is to get their LCD. Ano po ang LCD ni 5 and then 2? Their LCD is 10. Okay? Now, 10 divided by 5 is 2 times 3 is 6. Ganun din po dito. 10 divided by 2, the denominator times the numerator 1 is 5. Therefore, magiging similar fractions na po yung mga fraction part natin. Now, let's now subtract yung mga whole numbers. We have 2 minus 1, we get 1. And then 6 sa numerator minus 5 sa numerator ng second fraction, we get 1 over 10. So it's 1 and 1 over 10. Ganun lang po. So bahala na po kayo kung anong mas madaling method sa inyo when it comes to adding and subtracting mixed numbers. Now, in example number 8, we are now dealing with decimal numbers. Remember, rational numbers can be in decimal form. So, we have here 7.56 plus 3.2 plus 2.75. Paano po ito? Ang first step lang po natin dyan is to line up the decimal points of the number. Okay? So, stack lang po natin silang tatlo, taking note of the decimal point na dapat po naka-align. Okay? Yung tatlo. Now, take note, dapat pare-parehas po yung haba nila para mas madali nating i-add. Okay? Paano po natin yon gagawin? We can add zeros to make the numbers of the same length if needed. So, paano? Lagyan lang natin ng isa pang digit dito. We can use 0. Anyway, this is not significant digit. Okay? So, we have here 6 plus 0 plus 5. We will get 11. So, saan po natin ilalagay yung 1? Dito po sa taas ni 5. Okay? Now, we have 1 plus 5 plus 2 plus 7. We will get 5. Okay? Bakit 5? Yung isang digit po natin nandito. Alright? Kasi 15 po yung sum niya. No? Next, 7 plus 1 plus 3 plus 2, we get 13. Okay, now saan po natin ilalagay yung decimal point? Okay, just put the decimal point below. Alright, we have 13.51. Yun na po yung ating sagot. Okay, now here in example number 9, we have here a whole number 50, okay, minus a decimal number 23.875. So how do we do this? We can still apply po yung ating steps kanina. We can line it up first. I-line up lang po natin. So there we have 50 sa taas, 23.875 dito sa baba. Asan po yung decimal point natin dito? Okay, andito po sa dulo ng ating whole number. Okay, now we can add zeros to make the numbers the same length para po mas madali nating i-operate. So, ilang zero po ang idadagdag natin dito para pantay sila. We can add 3 zeros after the decimal point. Okay, therefore, we can now subtract the 2. Okay, remember, mas mataas po yung ating whole number kaysa sa dito po sa ating decimal number. Okay, in this case. So, we have here 0 and then 5. Paano po tayo mag-subtract? We can borrow 1 to make this 0, 10. Okay, borrow lang po tayo. So, 10 minus 5, we will get 5. Okay, kung nag-borrow tayo dito sa second digit, magiging 9 na po siya. Okay, so 9 minus 7, we get 2. Borrow ulit dito sa kabila. 9 minus 8, we get 1. Okay, another 0. Borrow ulit po tayo. Okay, 9 minus 3, we get 6. Okay, so saan po natin binarrow lahat? Dito po sa ating last digit, which is 5. Magiging 4 na po siya. So, 4 minus 2, we get 2. Nasaan po ang decimal point? Just put it below. So, magiging 26.125 po tayo. So, yun po yung ating sagot. Okay, now here in example number 10, this is a combination now of addition and subtraction of decimal. Nandito na po yung ating sagot. Let me just explain to you kung paano po natin nakuha yung 6.40. Okay, first is we have to add them first. Okay, we have 5.65 plus 3.25 po muna. Okay, by adding this to decimal, we will get 8.90. Okay, now using this, we can now subtract yung 2.5. Alright? So, 8.90 minus 2.50, ginawa na po nating 50 ito kasi dinagdagan na po natin ng 0 para po pantay sila sa length ng 8.90. Therefore, our answer will be 6.40. So, 2-step po yung ginawa natin dito kasi hindi po natin kayang pagsabayin. Now, here in example number 11, we will now be adding and subtracting rational numbers in different form. As you can see, dalawa po yung fraction natin, pero yung pangatlong term natin is a whole number. And this is a combination of addition and subtraction. So, paano po natin to gagawin? We can actually convert yung ating pong whole number into fraction. Kasi ang first step po natin dyan is to convert all numbers to the same form. So, mas madami po yung fraction natin, mas maganda na yung ating whole number po ang mag-adjust. No? Dapat maging fraction din siya para madali nating i-operate. Now, how do we add the similar fractions again? We have to know the LCD. Okay? So, para mas madali, kunin muna natin yung LCD ng dalawang fraction before natin i-convert yung ating whole number. So, ano po ang LCD ng 2 and 3? We get 6. Okay? So, 6, we can multiply 2 by 3 to get 6, and we can multiply 3 by 2 to get 6. Okay? Therefore, we have 6 divided by 2, we get 3 times 5. Ang numerator niya is 15. Ito naman po, 6 divided by 3, ang sagot natin ay 2 times 2, the numerator, we get 6. Now, itong 6 over 6, yun na po yung 1 natin kanina na whole number. So, ginawa lang po natin siyang fraction. So, it is just 6 over 6. Anyway, 6 over 6 or 6 divided by 6 is equal to 1. Okay, since pare-parehas na po sila ng denominator, we can now operate them by just adding 15 and then 4 here. It will be 19 minus 6, it will be 13. Okay, denominator, just copy 6. Pwede pa ba nating i-simplify ito? Can we think of a number that we can divide the numerator and the denominator with? So, wala na po ano. So, that is now the simplest form. But, can we convert this into a mixed number? Yes, kung kailangan po at in-instruct kayo ng teachers nyo to always convert it into a mixed number, what we can do is just divide the numerator again by the denominator. So 13 divided by 6, we have 2. Ano po ang remainder niya? 1. At ano po ang denominator? Just copy the same denominator. I repeat, ilan pong 6 ang kasya sa 13? 2. Okay, now 6 times 2 is 12. May remainder po tayong 1. Yun na po yung magiging numerator natin over the same denominator, 6. So 2 and 1, 6. Last example po, number 12, we have here a decimal naman minus a mixed number. So how do we do this? Can we convert the fraction into decimal? Yes, of course. Now, can we convert the decimal into fraction? Yes, of course. So ano pong mas madali? Kung ano yung mas madali, yun po ang gagawin natin. So what do we convert? Ano po ang i-convert muna natin? We can just convert yung mixed number into a decimal. Okay, na pag-aralan na po natin ito previously. We can just copy the whole number 1. So we have here the whole number 1. And then yung 1/4, i-convert lang po natin into a decimal. You just divide the numerator by the denominator, you will get 0.25. So i-add lang natin dun sa 1 kanina, it will be 1.25. Now, 6.89 minus 1.25, we will get 5.64. Yun po yung ating final answer. So there you go. Yun po yung pag-add and subtract natin ng mga iba't ibang klase ng rational numbers and even mixture of different forms of rational numbers. So next, we will now have an exercise para po matest kung naintindihan nyo po at meron kayong natutunan sa ating video. I challenge you to answer the following questions. Ito po yung mga pwede nyong sagutan, okay, para po ma-practice ninyo. Okay, and then later ipakita po natin yung mga sagot. So, I will now allow you to do this. Screenshot nyo po or i-post nyo yung video and then balikan nyo na lang po yung sagot mamaya to check your answers. Now, I think you are now ready. I will now show you the answers. Ito po yung mga sagot natin. Okay, take a look po kung paano nakuha yung mga final answer at kung paano na-simplify yung mga sagot dito. Alright? Now, this ends our video tutorial. I hope meron po kayong naintindihan. Sa susunod po, we will have the multiplication and division of rational numbers. So, I hope you will watch the next one because this is another part of our lesson on operation of rational numbers. See you on the next video and thank you for watching. God bless. Bye-bye. Kung meron kang natutunan sa video na ito, please click the subscribe button to support this channel para mas matulungan ulit kita sa mga susunod mo pang math lessons. Lagi mong tatandaan, ang math ay para sa lahat. At ako si Teacher Van, nagsasabing dito sa Math Isip, lamang ang nag-iisip. God bless and see you on the next video. Bye-bye.